I'm super grateful for Wellness Home because this is where the magic happened.
I am Dr. Maurice Brownlee. I am the Chief Wellness Officer and Medical Director for Wellness Home Behavioral Health Services.
Sexuality was not so much talked about in my household. It was kind of looked down upon, and for years I did not know how to adjust to it. I did not know who to confide in.
I feel like I had to be that protector all the time. I didn't want to show any traits or any weaknesses because we were trained that showing any kind of feminism is a weakness. I felt like I had to be this guy, so I didn't come out to 28.
I grew up in a very small town on the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia. I think for the most part, I always knew that there was something different about me. What that was, I couldn't put a label on it. As I got older, I did begin to understand that my identity and who I associated with was obviously with the same gender. I grew up in the South, and not only did we have to deal with racial issues, now we have one more issue that I had to tag to me, and that was my sexuality. In order for me to get out of that situation, I had to do more. Healthcare was not the first thing on my mind, actually. Business was. After all of these years working in the business sector, I made a decision to go back to school and to focus on specifically HIV and AIDS. And that came about because as the executive director of a facility, I began to see so many young men enter into care already having AIDS.
In the 80s and 90s, it was just, there was always some acquaintance I had to go to the hospital and see, and I saw a lot of my best friends died, and some of them died, and I was holding their hands. I got positive in 1984. When I got it, my doctor just sat me down and he said, "Do you have HIV?" And he basically just said, "Good luck." And I thought in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna just die. And I was only like 25.
Dr. Daniel Berger was doing robust research in AIDS and HIV, and I emailed him. I said, "Hey, Dr. Berger, if you ever need any more help, you let me know." I came up, and I've been here at Northstar Healthcare ever since.
My name is Anthony Oltine. I'm the Director of Behavioral Health here at Wellness Home. I discovered Northstar Medical Facility through a friend. I was looking for a place to open a private practice in psychotherapy, working with the LGBT plus community. Northstar was one of the top places in Chicago. It had kind of a history of Dr. Berger and his work on sort of the cocktail medications and sort of the big sort of impact he's had on changes in the science of treating HIV/AIDS. I became connected with him, and I was able to sort of set up a private practice at this location. The trend in this clinic has been a diverse range of clients, young and old, not so much chronic health care management as it is just every health issue and also mental health issues.
I've been coming to Wellness Home at Northstar since, well, 20 years ago. I had a guy that I was dating. This guy told me about Dr. Berger. Through the 20 years of having him as a doctor, he's helped me through so many different things. It's cool to have a place where they treat you friendly, like they're not really your family, but they kind of, they act like it because you see them so much.
When I came into Wellness Home, I wasn't seeking help for any type of addiction because I didn't have a problem, or at least I didn't think I did. I was drinking alone at a bar, minding my own business, being depressed, and a stranger at the bar. He had come up to me, asked me what was going on, and I was telling him that, I think I need some help. And he said that he had this great therapist and he recommended him to me, and I started going to him. And after 2 years, we came to the conclusion that I am a drug and alcohol addict. Seeking the help I need is super important for me because that's the only thing that's keeping me alive. I can say that if I don't ask for help, in my situation, I know that I'll die. Because if I stop asking for help, I'm gonna pick up a drink, I'm gonna pick up a drug, and I'm not someone that can handle that. And I've only learned that because I asked for help.
I see my job, I see my passion now is being able to offer access to those people who are hurting. And behavioral health, mental health, is almost always at the root of all of it. We're now at the junction where we are absolutely trying to focus on mind, body, and soul. Because I firmly believe that you simply cannot treat a person and their physical ailment without addressing their mental health.
As long as we're looking for happiness, we're not trying to harm anybody else, and we're just trying to be helpful to the world and build each other up, I think there's nothing wrong with that at all. I say to the person that's masculine, to the person that's feminine, be who you are and be who you are in totality. Whatever you feel you are to the core, that is who you are.
What I've learned is it is so important to be in a space of truth, to be in a space where you can actually be yourself. Because when I think about that little boy from Hampton, Georgia, who struggled but had an ambition, and where he is now, and being able to be free in that space, it's like day and night.
You deserve the help that you think you deserve. You deserve that thing that you keep thinking about in the back of your head that's like, it feels like this very distant possibility. I had these ideas of like what I wanted my life to be like, and they were always fantasies. After years of seeking help and doing the work to become a better person, I am literally like my younger person's wildest dreams. And it's all because I asked for help.